Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Late Night Machinima, a Baker Plus podcast. Baker Plus, home to high quality machinima content. Welcome back, Red, to Late Night Machinima. Red, how are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
And we're also joined with us today, Spider Storm. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, how are you? I'm glad to be back.
So let's talk about this Daredevil short film coming out soon.
Oh yeah, well, we've been wanting to bring the character of Daredevil back to our small screens in our universe for quite some time, and we thought the series on Disney Plus was the perfect opportunity to release a project that goes along with it. So we're bringing back our standard Marvel flair with heart and lots of action and doing things that we haven't done before in a machinima, so we're very excited to bring that to the table.
Is there any other projects besides Daredevil that you're doing as well? Maybe to coincide with the MCU?
Well, speaking of coinciding, we're gonna switch it from Marvel to DC. To continue our DC universe, we're doing another Superman, and that is the second part of Faith Eternal. And this one, if you remember where it left off, Clark was in a really big state of peril with his family being kidnapped, him meeting his sister, and the fate of the universe being in his hands. So we're really excited to have a story that, again, has a lot of heart and also shows a different side of our DC universe compared to the street level Batman, and now we're going into the stars with Superman to coincide with the release of that film coming out this summer.
Okay, is there any
Yep.
like storylines that you want to tease?
Darkseid is a huge threat in this movie, and we decided to choose him. I know people are like, "Oh, Darkseid's a Justice League villain, this that," but we really wanted to have him go up against Superman because we feel like they're both the opposites of one another, where Superman's hope and Darkseid is the pure evil of that, and part two really hones in on that theme.
Now, with going back a little bit to Daredevil and comparing the two with Superman, is it easier to do like because with Darkseid it's a whole like universe thing, but Daredevil is more street level. Is it easier to do a street level thing compared to a universe thing?
I would say arguably it can be easier, but usually with something more street level, you still have other things to worry about, like the character play, and you're more worried about the characters and the acting there because big spectacle versus a smaller street level thing is still its own thing, its own beast, if you will.
Is there going to be any extra superheroes in these two, or is that spoiling too much?
Well, whenever I know a lot of cameo bait goes around Hollywood, but whenever we do a supporting character slash a cameo, they're always integral to the story, and they're not just thrown in there, but play a role into the plot or offer the main character guidance the way we did the Question in Blue Beetle. So we'll have a few of those sprinkled in there.
Also, I got told that you are also working on Five Guns 2. Is there anything you want to mention about that? Any teasers?
Yeah, so I mean, we can confirm for sure that all of the original voice actors will be returning, except for the lead antagonist, Don Gianni, which we've yet to cast. But the film's shaping up well, and the script's been done for a little while now, so we'll just have to see how that pans out.
Do you have any other plans besides these three that you've mentioned?
Well, a lot more Marvel and DC to build out those storylines, more of our Spider-Man show and She-Hulk, and then in the coming months, along with new projects in those respected universes, Captain America and an Avengers related project, and then on the DC side, some more team projects. Something we want to get out there is bringing the characters together and showing those connective storylines culminate in having those team ups.
With these team ups, are you expecting like the MCU's version of team ups, or are you just doing maybe? I think James Gunn mentioned that his team ups are not gonna all be this one big thing like MCU. I'm hoping I'm explaining this well.
No, I understand what you're. It'll be more. It'll really be depending on the project, but more in vein of the MCU, where it'll be a storyline that you'll follow throughout the projects, not just be, oh, they're teaming up randomly. Obviously, there'll be some fun team up sprinkled here and there, but it'll be more focused on the narrative. For example, in the way Spider-Man, Punisher, and Daredevil came together in our original Daredevil project.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, we have, I think the last project we'll mention is, we've announced this, but an original project of ours called Cul De Sac that really will test what it means to show what you could do in Minecraft, and also bring in a lot of thriller and creativity, and something that we haven't done yet in an original project like Five Guns, so people can look forward to that on the horizon.
If you could team up with any machinima creator and maybe do like a crossover, would you have any dream crossovers that you'd love to do?
I mean, unfortunately, there's really no one right now. I just enjoy doing what I do, and working with my dream partners right here in this call, Red, and I feel like he thinks the same about me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, I do. Think it makes it easier just focus on your own things, and as much as everything else is doing fine, you just have to focus on your own stuff.
Yeah, you got like a nice workflow going, and you know the routine, and you can bounce off each other and trust one another.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there any dream stories that you want to mention or work on in the future of your projects?
Snoopy
know,
in space.
Yeah, he's joking on that, but some more, on a serious note, something he's been wanting to do, and I know something I'd want to tell visually in a Spider-Verse vein, futuristic type, would be a Batman Beyond project, and I know seeing him in that older Batman role would be a fun treat.
Yeah, and really push the visual medium too of Minecraft again with, doing the neon stuff. It's really neat.
Is there anything else that you want to mention?
I think that's about all. Thank you. Well, I know this is not your conclusion just yet, but thanks again for having us, and we're always looking to spread our creativity and tell a good story.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love having everyone, people, or just anyone appear on the show, even if it's someone who's been on again. I love to hear what everyone's doing. So thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
So, is there any ways or any places, that people could find you?
Well, you can find us on all socials at Red&Blue, Red&Blue Productions.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's it for today's episode. Thank you again for joining us, Red and Spider, and I apologize to him before, and I apologize again. I am not very good at keeping track on who's been on the show, and Spider has been on the show before, so again, apologies for that. But I'll say again, thank you everyone for joining us. Join me on Twitch at Wake Norman Castle. This has been Simon Poole, Late Night Machinima Baker Plus podcast, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.